Alright! I'm alive! Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Any moment now. By any moment, I mean like a minute from now. The bot should be sending out. And the look. Put in lurk. I'm sorry, streamer. Alright. Yep, there it is. Hurrah, hurrah. Alright. So, for obvious and not obvious reasons, I haven't been grinding. Obvious reasons being I procrastinate like a motherfucker. For not obvious reasons, I've been playing a shitload of Volcano. In my defense, Musume's real good, y'all. At the very worst, I like it a lot. And I'm typically not a big fan of, like, gacha games, because there's no mincing games. Musume is a gacha game, and a lot of the ease of the game, or the difficulty of the game, rather, a lot of the RNG can be made moot if you buy it. Like, if you buy the currency to get pulls. Because the currency for pulls can apply to getting trainees and can apply to getting support cards. Support cards are a necessary gameplay aspect. The higher rarity ones tend to have more events that are affiliated with them, and as a direct consequence, with them having more events affiliated with the higher rarity support cards, these events play out, like, during your career mode. So, well, that Cornago is like, nah. Shame, I missed out on his deal in EXP. So, as I was getting to, part of that direct consequence is that there are more opportunities for your trainee to get stats. Well, more specifically to receive stat boosts. They are fucking dead. That was a rare katana activation. And, you know, as a result of, like, a, you know, SSR compared to a regular SR card, or even compared to an R card, rare, you know, super, super rare, rare, you will suddenly note that, like, hey, there's, like, all these things that are happening. And even comparatively, the SSR card, when it is, like, fully leveled, tends to give a lot more, like, passive buffs compared to even an SR card. So, an immediate early strategy... That's gonna be high health. And high defense. I mean, we have high potions, but if I don't need to use them, I'm not going to. I'm currently thinking about how to... Oh, we got it. Okay, he just had high defense. Not really worth fighting. Okay. It seems to be a rare spawn. Where was I regarding that conversation? I mean, basically, it kind of boils down that an early game strategy that you can take advantage of in Musume is load your deck with as many high rarity cards as you can, regardless of whatever training that you have. And that is one of the fastest ways to improve your odds of getting to the end of a career. If you have the resources, fully leveling up all of your super rare cards is probably the best thing to do. I have been the Cure Beasts. These are weird. They also hurt very much. Can I help you, Marty? Oh, this is food. I have been going through the process of leveling up all of my support cards, which is probably a contributor as to why I haven't, like, completely won the career mode yet. I'm getting there. I'm also stubborn, and one of the popular metas right now is to basically ignore any stat that's not speed and a little bit of power, which that meta doesn't work too well when it comes to the long races. Like, I'm sure it works fine if you get enough passive stat increases, or otherwise to, at the very least, stamina. But by enough, like, you probably need like 300 or so stamina to not receive the most detriment, because part of why I've been so stubborn regarding it is because, like, it's just not a good approach long term. Like, if you want to play the game for longer than a few weeks. Because, like, free to play, or even if you want to save money to buy stuff in the game, because I will probably sink some money into it. I think that there are plenty of opportunities to get more resources. I think it's a bit of a shame, personally, that it takes 5 days to get a single pull of doing dailies, because you only get 30 of the in-game currency a day by doing your dailies, and you need 150 to do a single pull. So I think that's a little shit. I wish you got more. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get more, and I think, like, you know, it's a shit game because you don't get enough. Admittedly, that's part of the nature as to how and why mobile games are designed. I don't agree. I think, like, I think it's financially motivated why you get so few resources to make those polls. And oh, right. It's these things. Like absorb fire or something. They're encounterable in another area, and they actually drop their money, if I remember correctly. The alternative, admittedly, is to provide too many resources, and then players don't have a need to ever spend money on your game. Which, for a game which you offer for free, I mean, from the player perspective, is great. God knows I would love to never have to spend money on a free-to-play game. And for the most part, I tend not to, because I tend to enjoy the game without needing to sink money. And I like to sink money into games that I think are worth my time or have been worth. See my sinking just a couple of dollars, well, I think a couple, I sunk like $17 or something into Fortnite to get my fiance the Cammy skin, which coincidentally I had enough V-Bucks after the fact to buy myself a skin. And I got the Chun-Li skin. Because I like Chun-Li fair, like, well enough, and Marissa is not available. Oh, God. I don't want to fight 3 of these things. It's not that that's even a hard fight. That's just annoying. So, like, I will happily support games that I enjoy, even to a small extent. If I have fun, admit it. Because, like, I want to support Uma Musume. I don't know if I want to spend $20 for 10 polls to support it. I think that's a little bit highway robbery. Also, we're grinding. Just to address anybody, most of the straw men in my head. If there are questions as to why I'm talking about Uma Musume over talking about the game. I don't have a lot to say about grinding. I have a lot to say about Uma Musume. But yeah, I think $21 for 10 polls in the game is a bit excessive. Alternatively, instead of 10 polls all at once, I could spread that out, because the game seems to have a once-a-day discounted poll, where you pay a third of the, like, gem price, but only if you have paid carrots. They're called carrots. I called them gems. That's what they tend to be called outside of it. I might have enough to get the main for the gear I need. Because I remember I needed to grind here because I needed gear. So instead of thinking of it as $21 for a 10 poll, it's $21 for a 10 poll now, which you could also do for a guaranteed SSR or guaranteed 3-star trainee 10 poll. Which, again, I think $21 is a bit excessive. I would prefer seeing it be a little lower priced. That for you, for that. I am doing the power set. Already have one. Yeah, the agility suffers, but we get plus 3 strength and plus 2 defense. And we lose a lot of weight, which means that we get to act faster. Great sword, heavy lance. Then Osafune. The other place we need to go, I don't even remember Galif's town. I keep thinking it's Baron. It's not Baron. Baron's Final Fantasy IV. It's something odd. Rickle. No. It's Ball. That might be right. I also didn't stay at the inn there. It's true. Stay at the inn. So I think all of that's excessive, but then if you think about it more in a triplicate sense, because, you know, once a day, you get to spend 50 carats instead of 150 for a single poll, that could look more like you get 30 days worth of, like, single polls. Which, I think that means you miss out on guaranteed, because, you know, that kind of matters. Because I think that means you miss out on your guaranteed 2-star poll in the regular banner, and then guaranteed SR in the support card banner. Well, the regular support card banner. Because unlike a lot of other gachas, which throws the weapons or whatever into the main banner, and in the case of, like, ZZZ, also has a dedicated, this is just the weapons banner. Uma Musume has the respect to actually just fucking separate them And yes, I will see that as a perk, thank you. Because I am insulted when games do that. Because if I want to pull a weapon, I will actively seek to pull a weapon. If I want to pull a character, I want to pull a fucking character. And most of the time, I want to pull a character. Admittedly, to the detriment of my Musume account right now. Not terribly, but it does mean that I have fewer cards than maybe I should have. But on the bright side, all of my trainees are 2-star plus. But yeah, to finish out the point, like if you do spend $21 on carrots, you can either see it as a 10-pull, where you're guaranteed 3-star or super rare, depending on which banner, paid banner, you want to pull for. Or you can see it as 30 days worth of single pulls on the normal banners. And then you can either do 15 days where you pull once on both, or 30 days where you get to choose whether or not you pull on one, the other, or mix them. Which feels like a weird list of benefits. Because it is a weird list of benefits. Because, I think $21 for 1,500 carrots is just it's quite expensive. Like, that's a game purchase to me. So, I would be interested to see what the Japanese prices and the Chinese prices, all of the prices as far as the non-worldwide release are concerned. Just almost entirely because, like, slow on health. Because I have a feeling. Wait. Am I crazy, or did Fjord get 3 turns in a row? The bot should be working. Oh, there it goes, there it goes! Okay. Give me just a second. If Fjord didn't get 3 turns in a row, he at least got 2. That's wild. Also, that's a really cool utility. That's a really cool utility that I have thanks to the bot. Oh yeah, I now have to explain why there's a clip in the channel. Well, that feels a little awkward. Alright. We know the clip command works. It also appropriately replies to you. That's weird. Oh, and then... Why did I tell you to attack that one? Damn it. Come on, buddy. is somewhat weird target to hit. But if they're damaged, like, they don't attack you, so... Come on. I also definitely want to buy more Shuriken. But yeah, that was my takes on Uma Musume. That aren't necessarily more talking about the gameplay, which... Have I mentioned this on stream yet? Uma Musume is basically what if Monster Rancher, but with derby racing and cute horse girls. Hence why they're called Uma Musume. Because... nerdy otaku time. Uma Musume, when translated from Japanese to English, is a horse maiden. Anyway. I'm sure that made someone uncomfortable, and I apologize. But, yeah, no. It's basically what if Monster Rancher, but derby racing. And it has a lot of RNG as part of its runs, which, I'll be real, is the same with Monster Rancher. People have equated it to it being a roguelite, and I'm not gonna lie, that's not inaccurate. It's not entirely accurate. It's not inaccurate either. Because in both Monster Rancher and Uma Musume, there is a lot of luck that is involved when doing that stuff. In Monster Rancher, at least, a fair bit of that luck is dependent on... Let's see if we can remember. Nope. I don't know why that glitch happened. Where Fjord just instantly got extra turns. That's wild. Anyway, so that's a core aspect of Uma Musume. Right now, and probably for the foreseeable future, as they get rotated out, there is a legend race against El Condor Pasa, and I have not been super fortunate to face her with a racer that can beat her, because the deal is yeah, you pull, when you do the gacha element of the game, every character you pull is, like, not even necessarily, like, you know, how in Arknights you pull a character and, oh, you get to use them on the field, they do this, they have X, Y, Z stats. Well, that's not quite how it works in Uma Musume. In Uma Musume, how it works is you pull a trainee, and the trainee has base stats. The next step, though, is you then have to run them through career mode to train them up and then determine their stats going forward. Oh shit, you're dead. Ow. Ow! And once you're done with career mode, whether you win or lose, you then have a trainee that has, you know, stats from career mode based on how you train them. Because they will replicate pretty much exactly what you get to, whether you win or lose in career mode. And then they're added to a limited inventory, and by limited I mean there's 200 slots. Good luck filling that up. Especially as you get better and better at the career mode and get better and better support cards that can influence that more and more. What? What?
So, I know I've worked a lot on power streams. And, I don't make a lot because I don't work a lot. So, my most paychecks are under 3. I'm making over $400 this week. Like, my paycheck is 430.
Nice!
And I'm like, here I was being like, I'm not gonna get much of a paycheck. I have like $200 bills.
You worked the hours and made up for it. So, yeah.
I'm in pain!
Well, there you go. A random interjection from my fiance. Okie doke. But yeah, no, as you pull more support cards, pull more trainees, whichever you really want. Okay. But as you pull more support cards or pull more characters, your options as well as the base stats of your characters start to change. As you play through career mode, the potential level of your characters can be improved, which then increases the access to skills that they can learn from just themselves, like the skills that they can start off with as having available to unlock immediately. That's the best way to describe it, because that's kind of the accurate truth of it. Like, start to broaden and increase, and thus the game starts to get easier and easier and easier. And like I said, it kind of feels like a roguelike in that sense. Because as you continue to play the game, day by day, and you earn more of the free currency to get more of the pulls, you get more and more and more access to more and more characters, and as you play the career, you gain knowledge that you can then apply to future runs, which is also part of the roguelike loop. And, like, in a sense, there is also a currency that you use in the run, which is the trainee's skill points, and then there's currency that you earn sometimes, very rarely, in the run, the carrots that you then use for pulls. But typically you earn those by completing objectives kind of outside the run. Because the daily missions, for example, or otherwise.
Yes?
One sec. Okay. Beyonce needs something from me really quick. Thank you for your patience on that. I'm thanking however many guests in chat I may or may not have. It took me a second. I just suddenly walked off. What can I say? Well, I still want to thank them for their patience, even if they're mad about it. Because otherwise I'd just be apologizing for actions that I don't necessarily have control over. You can yam me all you want. Welcome to a typical interaction between Mana and his fiancé. But yeah, no, like, if you've been seeing a lot of people playing Uma Musume, and you're like, that seems interesting, but I don't know if I want to play it. My fiance from the bathroom just yelled hunts. But if you've been seeing it, you're like, I kind of want to play it, but I don't know, if I should or would, because it's a gacha game. One, mind your limits. If you have a very addictive personality and you don't want to get tied in with, like, the whole gacha system, by all means, don't. You don't have to touch the game. I strongly recommend it, but if you're looking for something that's like it, look at games like Monster Range. Okay? 2, if that's not necessarily something that applies to you, and you still want to try it, knowing it's a gacha game, I say by all means do it. Like, even if you have a low opinion of gacha games. Because in my opinion, while the replay value can only go so far, each of the trainees' career modes are slightly different, which, on top of each trainee ultimately having different reasons why they want to race, so kind of having a different story behind their career modes, so you get to fall in love with every individual character as you play through their individual modes. I don't know why I'm facing that guy. I want to rest at the inn. You apply your knowledge from one run to a different run, and each trainee can have different stat requirements and require you to adapt a little bit because of the way that their careers play out. Haru Urara, as an example, for like the first 3 goals requires you to just get fans, which is not a terribly difficult requirement to adhere to, unlike some of the other like trainees. And beyond that, once you get far enough, it's basically guaranteed that you win Haru Urara's campaign. But not always, not necessarily. Depending on, luck. But that's an example of, like, a character that, might be different than, say, Daiwa Scarlet, who in her campaign, or her career, rather, remember someplace sold shurikens. No. It's not that a store sold shurikens. It's that they were sold by the item shop specifically. I feel silly. Okay, hang on. We need to head back to, not Stalwart. But yeah, no, like, and you're not expected to win. With the current preferred method to win being rushing, like, focusing on the speed stat, and probably stacking 5 speed support cards in your deck, possibly even 6, depending on, who you can pull from for friends. Like, there's that evident focus on the speed, and as a kind of consequence, the power stat. Whether or not that's a good way to go about it or not, really not for me to decide. Who the fuck? I know somebody. Oh, I thought somebody sold shurikens. Am I nuts? Don't answer that question. But I mean, if you're looking for fast progress, that's a way to do it. Otherwise, I'm personally over here kind of enjoying the slow burn a little bit, and being able to play through a career over and over again, watching the races, getting invested in my character, rooting for them to win. Though sometimes just, and a lot of time when I'm just trying to breeze through a career mode to get it out of the way, skipping the races even. Because once you win a race, you then get the option to just automatically skip it. Who sold shurikens? I'm pretty sure someone sells shurikens in World 2. I feel crazy. And I know I'm not crazy. Wait. Oh my fucking god, it's the town of werewolves. Bleh. I mean, those are just some of the reasons that I would say, like, hey, maybe play this game. And it's because of that feeling of replay value and having that story, and every character's story is not necessarily feeling or being the same. I think for now, Kenny Scroll is good. The only reason I want so many more shurikens is because they are just so effective, and I have a plan for... not Greg, the top of Barrier Tower, that fight specifically, where I'm basically going to have... As I'm thinking, I'm gonna have Galuf KO'd. And if not Galuf, then Fjord or Lena. Honestly, probably maybe Lena. Maybe Lena have KO'd. Because it's really hard. It's really hard to decide who I would want or prefer to KO'd for that fight. So that way the Void mod doesn't spam Meteor. Not Meteor, Comet. I feel like of my characters, I would prefer Lena KO'd, because then I can just get Galuf to do spam jump. So even if Lena were to get sucked in, Galuf will be safe from Comet for maybe Fjord to get KO'd, and then just have Ferris spam shurikens. Though ultimately, if Fjord were KO'd, I'm not going to be too sad about that, because Monk is the class for the 5th job that I want. I didn't feel like I didn't finish my point regarding the should play Musume. Good characters, good concert music that you unlock as you play through the game. I mean, if you had no interest in derby racing before, you will understand why people like derby racing. So, you learn a little bit more empathy. Because when I say I get it, I fucking get it now. Hans has showed me the way. I mean, aside from that, like... if someone were to tell me, well, that wasn't enough to sell me on playing the Musume, so I'm sorry, I'd be like, no hard feelings. I feel like folks should give it a shot, if they're otherwise on the fence about it. Because I've been playing it, I've been enjoying my time with it. Will I play it forevermore? That's a little bit harder to say. It's definitely on my radar, and I feel like... honestly, this is probably one of my more favorite gacha games, next to Arknights. Because the reason I like Arknights a lot is because even the lower rarity characters are useful and good. Because you tend to max them out sooner, and they have lower, like, deployment costs compared to higher rarity characters. Whereas, even to an extent, like, while I like DK, for reasons, ultimately, Nikke is kind of more of an idol game. And not idol, like I-D-O-L, but idle as in I-D-L-E, like I'm doing nothing. Not to say that that's a poor design decision. To say that it's really easy to get bored with it, and to just want it to keep going. Whereas, like, I have no qualms with Musume while playing it, because from the get-go, I'm pretty invested. Like, it's a numbers game. You're playing a game where you are aiming to efficiently spend your in-game time training a character getting invested with that character's story and everything. And then once the race starts, hoping against all hope, if they're not necessarily trained up well, for them to win. There are periods of where you are playing and actively making decisions, and periods where you are watching something and crossing your fingers and hoping that your results or what you've been doing is good. Which is the gameplay loop of Monster Rancher. Because that's exactly how Monster Rancher works. You train up a monster with certain stats in mind, you make them participate in a tournament, and outside of you directly controlling the monster, you kind of, fingers crossed, hope that they do well. And you watch them perform. As they're about to hit, but, let's see. What do I have again? Seven. 3 more is probably good. Ad should be playing any second now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause combat, and I'm going to throw up the intermission screen, and we're going to take a break. Get up, stretch, do what you gotta do in order to stay as healthy as you can be. Otherwise, don't go anywhere. We will be back with more Final Fantasy V. I will see you guys in a bit. Ugh. Okay. Let's resume. Okay. Pretty sure this is the other comment I gotta do. And then we should have enough gil to buy the remaining number of shurikens. At least that I want before we go through. Barrier tower. Hey, we have Lancet. I know it's called Lance. It's Lancet. Lance is probably better than Chakra. Because it's actively an attack that drains HP and MP. The MP part is irrelevant, but the HP part... Hey, yo. Of course, my brain is immediately like, well, what about if you somehow got Mystic Knight? And it's like, well, what about if I got Mystic Knight? Because at that point, I'd have them get dual wield. Because Mystic Knight plus dual wield is the most broken thing ever. Oh yeah, got it, money. Alright, and now we head off. I'm gonna save. And forgetting, you should save early and save often. I'm lucky there's an autosave function in this game. Now I just need to fly off and join the battle near Exdeath's castle. Just over here in this bay. Now that Windrake! Like, who the fuck else do you know that owns a Windrake, man? Love how they save their own world, and both Galuf and Zezat refuse the titles of kings. Even though that's probably the major reason why they became kings, that they saved their own world. Right, now for the fight and boss fight with Greg. Mana Squirrel! How is you? You missed me talking all about Uma Musume. Or maybe you didn't, you were lurking the whole time. Oh, there's the stairs. I'm like, where are the stairs? The fighting begins! Also, Greg, why would you willingly be teleported onto the prow of a ship, man? If your legs are just, like, too far spread apart, there go your jewels. Anyway, you have fun with Enkidu. Gobbledygook is dead. Die! How is that a back attack? I refuse, thank you. Whee! Did I ask how is you, Squirrel? If I didn't, how is you? Yeah, see, that was the one that I walked into from their side. How was that a back attack for them? If anything, I stuck up on them. I don't know, man. Playing some games while I lay here, waiting to fall asleep. Fair enough. Save the crew. Oh, like... Are you two fighting, or are you two, like, running around? Hard to tell. Holy shit, Ferris is dying. Also, I feel like in most situations, your ships are not going to be parked that close to each other. Granted, these are fire-powered ships, so... in a way, I guess it makes sense, but still. I never did restock on healing items. Might be something I have to do before I get into Barrier Tower proper. Anyway, time to fight, Greg. The ninja does about the same amount of damage as Fjord as a monk, so... no need to change those moonring blades yet. Hello, Enkidu. Oh, it's return the trouble! And make it double! Come on! Like, cool, 4,000 HP of healing. Precisely what you want to see. Ow. Missile! Right, I forgot that he has blue magic. Really rude. You gonna cast White Wind again, or what? Oh, right, I forgot. You also have blue magic. It's actually kind of annoying. Gala, for the most part, doesn't need to heal up because it's going to the air 99% of the time. And from this point, we just DPS good old Greg down. I'm not the only one supposed to be in the drink. Don't think I'll forget this! Gotta go below deck. And like we get to rest. And there we go. Because they've been making a secret... Well, there's a submarine attached to this. I don't know why the entrance to it has to be hidden. Like, were you expecting there to be a spy aboard, or what? We might be able to get through. I am not going to be above getting the hell out of here if we need to, though. Oh, well, here's a proper save point. Just because, like, I feel like we're a little low on healing items. Joke's on you, I don't use magic! Chance to drop reflect rings. That might be useful to grind out, admittedly. Neon. One fight you don't want to encounter. And that's the primary reason to why. Throw money at him. This is definitely one of the few fights where I will use any Nage. If nothing else, then to soften them up, because they can fuck my day up if I'm not careful. We shouldn't need to jump. Yeah! Oh! I don't think we can use that. Yeah, not unless we get a knight. Damn. Blood Sword could have been nice. Oh no. I might need to run. We are running. Okay. Yeah, the neon by themselves don't have a lot of HP. They're just annoying when there's more than one. Ugh, level triggers. Right, they know like all of the level abilities. We're only susceptible to level 3 old. We won't be susceptible to level 4 Graviga until we level up. And thankfully, level 5 Death isn't going to hit us until, like, 3 more levels. I didn't miss anything in that room, did I? No, there's a second trap chest. Okay, that's frustrating, but we can deal with that. Gill. The Gravitator. Didn't know about time slip this time, huh? I hate not having very good accuracy. Come on. Let's win this thing already. There we go. Now, Gallif, do you hear me? Not again! Fuck! Fuck this shit, I'm out! This is why I've had Gallif jump. Again, we're 1 level too low to be hit by that. I recall, good adventures go left. Gross. Oh god, we leveled up. Apparently that does percentage current health damage rather than percentage max health. Not again! Really? This is why I've got Gallop doing jumps in this fight. Fuck off! Lucked out. Then you have an elixir. This is why this fight sucks. RNG can just say fuck you. About to throw more money. Fuck it. We're not dealing with that. King should be just enough. I forgot how much longer I had to go, but better safe than sorry. That's how you do it. Save. Go again. Ziggurat Gigas. Ideal is to see Thor to go down the next fight, and then Gallif, Lena, and Ferris KO this thing. Also, yes, it is smarter to just shove everyone in the back row. Like, do you think this would be so easy? Boss fight. Alright, Gallif. Oh well. I never bought the shurikens. Oops. Well, sound like the present. same amount of damage, I'll be real. I forget how much HP this thing's got. Really? Made her old. That is actually affecting her fucking shuriken damage. Really? You made the tactically sound decision? How dare you? Well, that's awkward. Here goes Fjord. And now we're slowed. What? Oh. Deny the wormhole really quick. There's a chance it'll throw 3 at me. Not at all what I want. I think I just lost. Yep, I lost. Christ alive. We'll try again. Why? Like, God, fuck you. I'm choosing who to start with then. crit. The only thing I wish I had were, like, permanent sandals or something. Yeah, no, I'm getting rid of this fucking gold status condition. Before it throws comment at me. Why? Cool. Real fucking cool. Wait, why can I attack the body of Lena? Wouldn't that just miss? Get fucked! Through the katana, I didn't sell at it. Disappointing, but hey, we killed it. Tomos is very mean as a puzzle boss. I've got to go down and save him. How? The whole place is shaking like it's gonna collapse. And you are planning on descending 10 floors? Yeah, no fucking way in hell, bud. Goodbye, Zazette. I hardly knew ye. Get a hold of yourself! Knocks him out by fucking hip dropping him. Also, how did we get in the sub, now that I think about it? Like, how did we get in this cave if the tower was blowing up? Now we get to go to Gedo. So we just gotta go to where it sunk roughabouts. I just had a thought. The Windrake is dropped off there. Because I'm over here like, wait, how am I supposed to get back to Ball? And like, you're not supposed to go into Xdeath's castle at this point. You can try. Nothing's gonna fucking happen. Because until Kryl joins the party, it's still in its illusion form. So you're not able to proceed. Oh, yep, Ball, we need to be here. I'm gonna buy more shurikens. Definitely at least 10 more. Can't use Dragon Fangs. Each Dragon Fang is a fucking shuriken? Sign me up. Got plenty of holy water. Again, others are not useful at this stage. Not until we have a Mystic Knight. The Blood Sword can only be used by a knight, and it can't be enchanted. I mean, it's one of the better swords for the knight. So if I do get unfortunate enough to be stuck with the knight, there's no reason to not have it. Wind, lightning. Can take advantage of weaknesses there. The ribbon I can't use. The Note Crown. If I get the Beast Tamer, that's technically useful for it. There are going to be a number of niche uses for it, however, so it's ultimately not that. Not able to use the Angel Robe at all, because we're not going to get the Alchemist, or Chemist, rather. Mantles. Can't use Dark Matter. Bad. Buying Shurikens! Oh yeah. Cost you a fucking arm and a leg. Selling Shurikens! I'll give you $1.50. It's just... what the fuck, man? Stock up on regular potions. Many high potions as I can. And I think... I mean, outside of the fact that I don't have cottages, which, again, tend to suffice, but they are no longer available, we're fine. Oh, I didn't even realize that Lena was knocked the fuck out. I believe I can still get free. Because those would have been a free 6 potions. Not that it saves a lot of money, but it would have been useful. Ads are playing. Okay, yeah, get a free heal. Alright. I'm gonna get out of here. Then we're gonna take a brief break. After I save, of course. Okay. Now, get up, stretch, do what you gotta do in order to stay as healthy as you can be. Otherwise, don't go anywhere. Because we'll be back with more Final Fantasy V. I'll see you guys in a bit. Don't mind me just sharing a bit of apple with my rat. Hello, Jindra, how is you? Other than sleepy. Which, I mean, it's late. If you gotta go knock out and sleep, by all means. I'll probably go for another half hour, which should be enough for me to get to Guido, and then the start of the Ancient Forest. Alright. Gotta pop into the submarine, and then go say hi to what is effectively a ninja turtle, but not that kind of ninja turtle. Also, I should technically be able to access the next area now that I think about it. Yeah, we can access the next town. I demand more! Pub. I don't believe they sell any new items. Armor. We have access to diamond. And a tiger mask. Diamond armlet. Don't really see a reason to get the tiger mask. But otherwise, the rest of the diamond armor is very much a want. We're getting to the point where it is going to be wiser to have the ninja dual-wielding knives instead of the moonring blades we've had. We're getting the gospels. I was just thinking, like, can I get the, like, Berserk? It's it's white magic, so I don't think I can use Berserk Blade. Even though that's totally something that I would let myself use. Okay, so let's get to Guido's place. Now I have access to a free inn while we're parked here. If I recall correctly, the dark aspect... No. The dark aspect is just something that is really annoying to deal with because it counters fucking everything. Oh yeah, moonring blades are obsolete at this point. sucks, but damage ain't keeping up, nothing for it. What is it, I think, bottom right? Not this fucker. Boo, this old man! Boo! I transform into a Gale Cat. And he admittedly has more annoying transformations. Bottom right. Yeah, I'd like to run from this battle. That is not the correct one either. There we go. Then that opens the path forward. Seriously, Guido, this home defense system you've got is really dumb. Also, how do you get out of here? Like, if you're already locked in, how do you get out? It's just not worth my time. Say, there aren't even any, like, treasure chests. What's this room? Right. I mean, I'm going for the chicken knife anyway, so running from all these battles is no problem. Hello, Guido. I love that. Hey, it's a turtle! Jump into the pool. Yes. I love that Gallop. Stop poking the turtle, Ford. But it's fun! Continues to poke the turtle. admittedly, I'm like quickly reading up on all this stuff. Guardian branch acquired. Sadly, I can't warp out of here, so I have to walk out. And while I get turned on no encounters, where's the fun in that? Alpha consumed. I refuse to fight these things. Just a waste of my gosh diddly darn time. Especially the metamorph. Now we head over more again. Because we are like home base for a little bit. So on the off chance I do end up getting Mystic Knight, WQB. Like, I would like to have all the tier spells. But yeah, this is probably where we're gonna pause the run for now. I do appreciate folks turning up this late in the evening if you did. If not, I totally get it. It's late, and I do understand that folks gotta sleep and shit. But yeah, no. Other than that, folks, thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the stream, or however long you stuck around for. Your time is one of your most valuable resources, and I appreciate even a minute of it. Gives me folks to talk to, ramble at, suggest. Oh, excuse me, folks, to recommend gacha games too that I really, really enjoy. As well as just to have a general good time playing a 4-job Fiesta run. But other than that, anybody that I want to raid right now, I think I will let folks scatter to the 4 winds. If they're not already sleeping. A little hard to scatter to the 4 winds if you're already asleep. But yeah. With that, folks, please remember you're always welcome here at Honest Potion. I'll see you guys next time.